I'm Jonathan Ferencz. I've been practicing dentistry since 1972. So that's 42 years. I think the first 10 years I was in general practice. Then I went back to school and did grad training in prosthodontics.
You're definitely making an impact on people's appearance and functionality, and it is something that you have a very tangible result in. And it can have a life-changing effect in many instances.
You know, there have been a lot of changes in prosthodontics throughout my career. The one that's probably the real game changer has been the conversion to digital, where I think my way of thinking and my enthusiasm for it has really been the driver in the adoption of technology in our practice.
Software is integral to the practice because it does everything from the basic things to the more complex things. It helps us all keep track of the schedule quickly and efficiently with just a glance. It gives us access to the patient's information and their treatment plan in a really quick, easy, and organized way.
It is basically the core of what we do in terms of running the practice, managing the practice, how we deal with radiographs, how we actually produce our dentistry, the software that drives so much of the hardware that manufactures our restorations nowadays. It's all about software.
For us, the ability to have software that's stable, easy to use, easy to teach staff, because I'm not the one who's using the software all day long. For the most part, it's my staff, the dental technicians, the clinical staff, the administrative staff. So software has got to be very reliable, easy to operate, and certainly easy to teach. So it's very, very important. The ability in a practice like mine, where we have, I think, 12 or 13 in staff, and we have 15 or 16 computers running all day long, the importance of having a product that's stable, that does not break down, machines that don't crash, is critical, because my job is to treat patients. My job is not to help people use their software. We've been a MacPractice customer since 2008, but we've been using Macintoshes in our practice for much longer than that.
What we use MacPractice for is scheduling patients, making appointments, posting treatment, and taking x-rays, and it makes our life so much easier at work. It's really a great program.
The favorite aspect of MacPractice for me is really the ease of use. It's very, very intuitive. Things are very neat, very clean, very seamless. And there is an elegance of just its appearance. It certainly also denotes a certain degree of I think sophistication, and I would say that about the software as well.
We use the iPads to show patients their x-rays or intraoperative photographs. It really makes a big difference. Also to treatment plan, we can do a visual diagram for them. So instead of having them kind of lean over and look on a display, it's right in their lap. The image can be magnified so they can really look at it. And usually it helps them to be convinced of the need for treatment. So it helps with case acceptance because they can see inside their own mouth.
I think we have an iPad that's in every operatory, and we use it for a number of things virtually all day long. We use it at this point for patient education. We use it to replace a lot of the forms that typically have to be filled out by patients. So we do a lot of virtual forms for patients. They sign the forms, and the form gets incorporated into our software with really no effort at all.
My favorite thing about MacPractice is how reliable it is, how it's always running and makes our day go by much easier because it's very easy to use.
It's a wonderful partner to practice with. It never goes down. I can't recall it ever crashing. So it's that partner that never calls in sick and always functions at an incredibly high level. Dentists are always concerned about support, both software support and hardware support, whenever they make an investment of this kind of technology in their practices. And what I find interesting is that we rarely call MacPractice. If we get stuck, and it's happened where someone has a question or a problem, when we make the call, we virtually always get someone within a very short period of time. A half hour would be a long turnaround time.
I can't tell you how many times people have said, oh, you guys are all Mac-based. And again, that silently says that we care about technology. I think it shows that we care about artistry and trying to do things on a cutting edge and also in a very, very tasteful way. MacPractice for us is just part of that seamless continuum of Mac-based software products that we use to be at the top of our game.